Hi everybody, so I'm going to be talking to you about mental health and anxiety and how to try and combat some of that. My theme, I'm going to use a bit of a theme, is a Friends theme, and one of the characters on Friends, he always comes on and goes, "How you doing?" And it's kind of his catchphrase, it's a little bit of a sort of a gimmick, but he actually is saying, "How are you doing?" Now, how many times a day do we say to someone, friends or whatever, "How you doing?" And the reply is, "Yeah, all right," or you say, "All right," and it's just a kind of passing comment. So I'm going to come back to that at the end, but I want you to think about what you're really asking. And I want you to also think about how different we all are and how all right might be different and how we handle things. So we're all different, okay? And you can see from this slide, we've got lots of different glasses. I'll bring my glass, okay? So this is my glass, this is me, this is me. The glass is kind of a little bit important. It weighs about 400 grams. So on its own, not a big burden, okay? But things happen. So let's talk about what's happened this year. March time, pandemic comes along, school gets shut, gets sent home. A little bit of stress for me, just a little bit. My children also get sent home, and the thought of having to teach them as well as teaching school kind of added to my stress a little bit. I'm a bit of a technologist in school, so people ask me for advice all the time. And lots of people were asking for lots of help. So that kind of added to my plate, added to my stress a little bit. And so all of a sudden my glass no longer weighs 400 grams. We're kind of adding 100, 150, 200 grams of weight in the water, okay? At some point, my stress is going to reach a limit. I'm not going to fill it to the top, but it will reach a limit. And it's how long can I hold this for? How long can I do nothing? How long before my arm starts to hurt? A minute? 10 minutes? A day? Do I want to carry that much stress for a day? A week? So this glass is full of stress. What can I do about it? Well, I spoke to my wife and said, look, this isn't working with my children doing learning and lessons, so we rescheduled the school day. So actually, we took some of the water back out because we removed some of that stress. But what I also did was I devoted some time to me. Planned my day, got my lessons planned in the morning, delivered what I could when I can, and I looked after my children for the first half of the day before they did sort of different activities. And then whilst they're doing different activities, I did this. I put my glass down. So I let go of my stress. I decided, you know what, I'm going to go and spend some time on me and I'll forget about it all. Weirdly, strange things happen. When I pick it back up again, it doesn't weigh so much. My arm doesn't hurt. So I can start again with it and think, okay, how can I manage this stress? Okay? It's not a bad glass. However, if I'm somebody who stresses about a lot of things, I might start using one of these. Not for drinking out of, for storing my stress, and bottling it up and holding it for a long period of time. This is heavier than this. It stores more than this. So great for keeping things in check, but not so great for a long time hold. Okay? So holding the stress for a long period of time, it gets really heavy and it brings you down. So, going back to my Friends thing. How you doing? Hear it all the time. I walk along the yellow lines in school and students say to me, "How you doing? You all right, sir?" And they're asking just to be polite. It's a greeting rather than a real question. Now, a while ago, there was this campaign, and I've got a slide for that in a second for you, about asking twice. Because the first time you ask, it's that greeting. It's a, "How you doing? All right, all right, all right." And that's all it is. But if you ask a second time with a little pause, "No, how are you doing?" All of a sudden, something magic happens to this glass. I have a chance now, somebody has asked for a second time, or I've thought about the first time that they've asked, and they're now holding it with me. And between us, we can now deal with that stress. I can even say to them, "You know what, I just need to vent. I just need to tell you about how bad my day is, or how stressed I am about things, and they can deal with it. Now, it could be stuff with school, some of your schoolwork, a particular teacher, a subject that you're not getting on with. Now, if that's the case, talk to your teachers, because what your teachers can do is go, well, okay, let's take some of that stress away from you. Let's go back to the reservoir, the thing, and we'll just pour it out. Okay? Don't worry about that bit of work, we'll get rid of it. All of a sudden, this glass is lighter. But whilst you're emptying the glass, and whilst that stress is being relieved, there's that other hand holding your stress to help you. We're surrounded by people in school and at home who actually do want to help. There's loads of people you can ask. So just in school, you might decide, I need to chat to my friends. I need to vent. I might actually need, you know what, I need a night off from stress. I'm going to put the glass down. Can we go and do something? Now, I know we're restricted with social things at the moment, social gatherings, but you can go and do something with your friends to just let off some steam. Go for a run, kick a ball around, just sit in a park, just relax and let it go. Weirdly, that glass will feel lighter again after you pick it up again. If you've been holding it for a day, trust me, it's going to hurt. Put it down, leave it, and when you come back, it's not going to hurt anywhere near as much, and you'll think of it in a different way. Okay? Your tutors, your teachers, believe it or not, we do care about you. So if you can't speak to your friends, your teachers. Actually, your family's really important too. Sometimes it can be really hard talking to mums, dads, and saying, you know what, I need some help. I'm struggling, because we sometimes think that our parents don't want to hear it, or we're embarrassed in front of our parents and our friends and our brothers and sisters. But fundamentally, they want to help you. Okay? If you feel like none of that is possible, feel like actually I'm facing it alone, you really aren't. And I've given you a link on the next slide to all of the external resources that we've got available to us as well. Okay? But what's really important, if you're someone who can hold your glass or you can deal with your stress really quickly and you've got a friend that can't, or you think that they're a little bit worried about something, ask twice. Okay? Speak to them, ask them. And if they still need some help and you're not sure how to help, there's ways that you can look on this website too and you can find help for them. Okay? We care about you. We want you to be safe. We want you to be stress-free. Not completely stress-free. We want to get the best out of you. But at the same time, we don't want you holding onto your own glass for too long. Okay? Thanks very much.